Tell me, how was your week?
Oh, I tried something different this week. I tried online dating.
And?
And he lied about his height. He came up to about here on me. And then at dinner, he proceeded to tell me how healthy he was. Things like, the meds my doctor has me on keeps my blood pressure under control, so my blood pressure is great. And then he said, when I had my prostate reamed out, I had internal bleeding and I got very sick. So I lost a lot of weight. And now my diabetes is under control. And other great dinner talk. I tell you, this guy had one foot in the grave from the get-go.
Did you at least enjoy the meal?
Meal? What meal? I couldn't eat. All I could think of was the doctor shoving a camera up his ass. Not very appetizing. Anyway, getting back to last week's conversation, I asked one of the women that I work with how she happened to choose such a great husband. And she said, I did just that. I chose him. He didn't choose me. And then she proceeded to set me up with yet another loser.
2 in 1 week?
Unfortunately, yes. This guy's name was Larry. When I arrived, he had a deck of cards in his hand. The first thing he did was ask me to pick a card from the deck, look at it, and put it back in the deck. Okay, fine, I went along with it. I guess it was karma that I picked the ace of spades. I kid you not. Throughout the entire dinner, I had coins coming out from my ears, scarves coming out from his sleeve, and on it went. Seriously, I expected him to pull my salmon dinner out from underneath his sport coat. Disaster, complete disaster, both dates.
So, 2 steps forward and 1 step back.
You mean 2 steps back?
They were men that were new, not from your past. That is a step forward. I think we should end it there for today. But I have to say, you're doing better. Keep trying, Sarah. Only you can change your patterns. See you next week. Is there anything else you want to share?
Yes. Max called.
Max? The married man you met after your marriages? The guy who was in your life for the past 12 years?
Yes. I finally figured out why I stayed in that relationship for so long. He was safe. Safe because he was married. Oh.
What did he want?
He wanted phone sex. Unbelievable. We hadn't seen each other in a year. And 2 weeks ago, he calls and he asks me for lunch. That was it, just lunch. And then a week later, he calls and he asks me for phone sex.
You sound angry.
Damn straight I'm angry. I mean, what does he think? He could just jump back into my life like that and treat me like I'm some kind of a cheap whore?
Is that all you want to say?
No. I want to ask you something. What is wrong with me? I work with women that live in beautiful homes. They send their children to private, expensive schools. And they've been married to the same husband for years. Most of them aren't even attractive. So I ask you, what is wrong with me?
Sarah, stop reaching into your past for a relationship. Trust yourself. Move forward. Only you can break the chains that bind you.
Okay, so Linda, I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm spending a fortune with this therapist. A fortune. and nothing is going right. I'm not meeting anybody. Anybody I do meet is wrong. And I just feel like I go and I talk and nothing is happening.
Well, what does your therapist have to say?
He says I'm doing better. I know that only I can change my patterns. Only you can break the chains that bind you. And blah, 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 blah. Oh, Linda,
What?
is that guy at the bar looking over here at me? Look, but don't be obvious.
Totally checking you out.
Great. So what's his story?
Time will tell. Babe, I gotta run. I have some errands to do. I love you.
Coming. I love you too.
I adore you. Now, don't forget to call me later and let me know.
You'll be the first to know.